Bradley, hope you're doing well as always. I bring another review today from the beautiful Swedish company which is Hagstrom. And this today is the Hagstrom Viking P. And it's a really pretty semi-bodied electric guitar. And I've always had a thing for semi-bodied electric guitars. My first guitar teacher, he had a 335. And I just always thought of semi-bodied guitars as kind of, you know, proper grown-up guitars because they're bigger and they have that warm sound, you know. And I always wanted one, and this is kind of the first time I've really got to properly play one. I played a few obviously sporadically throughout the years, but this one I really, pick up selector. This one I'm really liking. So let me give you a quick little rundown on this Black Beauty, and then we get some tones happening with it. So I'll do some little overshots as always, but starting from the top, we've got the really cool Hagstrom headstock, and I really like these. Some people don't. I personally do. Again, I'm not just saying that. I think it's just different and unique and gives a different spin on the kind of classic kind of three-sided tuning headstocks we always see. So that's the cool Hagstrom headstock there. And then the tuning pegs are the die-cast, Hagstrom die-cast tuning pegs, what they have. And then we've got a Graphtec nut, which is really cool for tuning capabilities. And I'm quite a heavy bender, and that could come off really bad. But I bend the strings a lot. And I've put a good couple of hours playing this, and it hasn't really gone out. So yeah, good tuning there, but the nut is a really good nut there. The neck is a Canadian maple neck on the back here, and the fingerboard is resonator fingerboard, which is basically like ebony, basically. It's just probably, I would have thought, a slight you know, cost-cutting, money-saving way using the resonator fingerboard as opposed to full-on ebony. And the neck is quite a nice medium size, you know, kind of, I would say, you know, a bit smaller than like a 60s style Les Paul. It's got a bit of chunk. It's not like an Ibanez or some kind of super strat. It's got a big bit of chunk there. But then again, you would kind of expect that with this kind of style guitar, you know. I personally like a little bit of a chunk there. It certainly helps with bending and stuff like that. So yeah, a nice kind of, you know, not a baseball bat, it's not a half a tree trunk or anything like that, but it's a nice kind of medium size net. I would say like a strong C. Let's go for that, you know. The strings are 10 to 46, that's what comes from the factory. I personally would like 11s personally on this kind of type of guitar, but it comes with 10, so that's kind of a medium size gauge for most people. Onto the body, and obviously it's a semi-bodied electric guitar, and it's applied maple wood, and it's a nice little, you know, construction. I can't get any flaws with it whatsoever. It's a really nice kind of sounding guitar, it's really cool. The pickups are custom P50 type P90 pickups. So I said, okay, so you've got like the Hagstrom basically have done their own version of the P90, and they're calling these the custom P50 pickups. You'll probably see I've still got the plastic kind of tape on the pickup just because it's not mine. I have to send it back, so it started going away a little bit of a man's beam, but that's why the plastic is still over the pickup, so it won't come with that. Well, it will, but you can peel it off obviously. And then you've got your standard kind of 2 volume, 2 tones for the pickups, through a pickup selector, standard affair. And then you've got this kind of Hagstrom tailpiece here, the trapeze tailpiece. And again, it gives a cool little look to the guitar, you know. I think it's just a really cool looking guitar. It does come in sunburst as well. I think it's about 50 quid more, I think, the sunburst. This is just a gloss black, and it's a cool rock and roll looking guitar, you know, what does jazzy blues tones, which hopefully we all like, you know. So that's the front, and then there's a little back strap lock there, not strap lock, where you can put a strap on there. Yeah, it's a cool looking guitar. This is serial number G13120315. So if you're watching this and you get it eventually, it's been played by Mike Bradley. You poor sod. Okay, let's get some sounds of it. So, I'm going to do the clean channel first, and the amp I'm using is my Fender Supersonic amp, great little amp. And we'll do, the tone will be all the way up for the time being, volume's on about 7, net pickup. Nice little sound. This is, let's do both pickups. Actually, let's do bridge pickup size when it's tuned to the other. Bridge pickup. Nice sound, I really like it. Now let's do both pickups together. So really kind of cool. Again, no, especially on a clean channel, you're going to get that bluesy, slightly jazzy sound, depending obviously how you play it. You know, you get you kind of you can do your pop sounds kind of things with it. I mean, I've got no effects pedals today, but you know what I mean, you're kind of poppy killers, that's the killers, isn't it? All that kind of stuff. Kind of indie guitar kind of bands. Time, you know, switch my net pickup, back the tone down a bit. So you get kind of a warmer kind of sound. I could go even warmer actually. That kind of thing. At the tail end of that, flip it over, go in a bridge pickup. Kind of attempt at being like Chet Atkins. So you know, so it's just how you play it, how you use your fingers, and the way you kind of treat the guitar. You get different tones with it by using your hand. Like I say, I'm using no effects today. Right, let's put a little bit of warmth from the amp on there, so I'm going to switch to the gain channel a little bit, go back to the neck pickup. So we've got some nice little crunch happening now, and you know, so it's not just a one-trick pony regarding jazzy blues stuff or indie kind of stuff. Of course, Eric Clapton used a semi-body guitar in the 60s. So you got some cool bluesy rock stuff happening there. So it's a great, I'm really liking it. And like I say, I feel a bit like a grown up when I play a guitar like this, because it's, I say, bigger than, you know, a Strat or a Les Paul or a Teddy, something like that. It's just a lot more tree in your hands, and it's just a great little sound. So I'll switch to the bridge pickup there. Let's go for both pickups on, and let's back the tone away up. I'll back the tone off down each pickup, just get it a little bit warmer. Oh, got that done. Go to the net pickup on its own. Don't know what that was, but some kind of bluesy rock kind of thing going on there. So it's a nice sounding guitar, man. I'm really liking it. Hopefully you're agreeing so too. And with the volume, again, I think it's a very strong test regarding if an amp can clean up well. If you're on the distorted channel or the crunch channel on your amp, if you can back the volume off and still get a clean sound, I think that says a lot for the guitar. So let's see if we can do that. So here it is on 10. So it's a nice warm little clean sound to it, you know, and that's on the neck pickup. And of course you could start mixing the pickups together there. Something like that. So, you know, you can do so many different tonal things by leaving the amp alone and then just kind of fiddling about with your volume and tone knobs. You know, so I started off on a clean kind of sound. I didn't touch the neck pickup, by the way, it was just the bridge. So the neck pickup is on like 2 and then the bridge came up to, well, 10 in the end, you know, and the tones, the neck tone's on 4 and the bridge is on 10. So, you know what I mean, you get nice. Different tonal sounds you can get by just manipulating your volume knobs there, you know, and I think with a semi-body guitar you just get that sweeter kind of sound with it, you know. I love it, and that's like the first kind of semi-body guitar I played was like a 1966 vintage guitar. I was about 19, but it was going for quite a lot of money, so this is substantially a lot cheaper. I believe this the gloss black one is $649, I believe, but check out Rossetti's website, I'll stick it all in the description box below, and the Sunburst one I believe is $699, about 50 quid more. Personally, usually I really like Sunburst, but I think the gloss, just going by the pictures, I think the gloss black one looks a bit cooler, and like I say, it's got that kind of rock and roll vibe to it, you know, which I'm guessing a lot of you will like, you know. But if you like the Sunburst, for an extra 50 quid or £49, whatever it is, and you can get that instead. I mentioned Clapton before, and of course when he used a semi-body guitar he would, you know, get his volume all the way up and then back his tone all the way off, and you get that. I like the fact that in mimicking kind of Eric Clapton, I managed to throw in a little tapping going on there. But also as well, hopefully you heard, I turned the tone up just a fraction on the bridge and straight away you could hear it. You could hear it, so they're very sensitive kind of control knobs you got going on here. Some you got to, you know, turn it up to about 5 or 6 and you hear a difference. Well, that was on, no, 0. I turned it up literally to 2, just past 2 and a bit, and you could hear a slight difference in tonal sound, which again is great, you know. So they're very sensitive regarding, you know, control knobs and stuff like that, regarding the volume on the tone. You're not losing any kind of drop in sound or anything like that. So it's a very sensitive and I would say a player's guitar. And this is the second Hagstrom I've ever played, and I think they're great guitars, I really do. And again, I wouldn't mind this in my own collection, and that's the truth, man. So Yeah, the Hagstrom Viking P. You can tell it's a Swedish company, can't you? Check one out. Like I say, I'll put all the links in the description box below for Rosetti's website, so you can check out all the specs on the guitar and the other Hagstroms about there as well. But let me know what you think. And as always, if this is your first video, subscribe and like to my video. Thank you very much if you do. And I'm Mike Bradley, and I'll see you next time. Bye!